Hello again, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. Timix here, and we have now reached Vancouver, sort of the acid test for us as has been so far. And practice was not particularly encouraging, especially Chapman just absolutely running away from the field, basically a second ahead of everybody else. Several other cars competitive with our drivers, even though their best time was set on softer tires. So, on the other hand, our times here on the Ultras were pretty early on when we hadn't improved our setup. We did get to level 3 on both Ultras and Super Softs, the fastest two types of tires. Didn't use the softs as some of the other drivers did. And there was no rain, so no wet tire stuff going on. Also got level 3 on qualifying and race trim. So, and in terms of the setups, we actually never quite got them dialed in. I got to the middle 90s, a little bit in the upper 90s. Didn't quite get to excellent across the board yet. So we're still going to be looking to do a little bit of tweaking in qualifying. But hopefully I can get it there before the race. So, that's where we are, but obviously getting that Chapman's lead down to 9 points going in was huge. We need to keep it there, keep gaining progress. Need to beat him in this race in order to continue moving forward, closing that gap, give ourselves a chance for Wexler to win the driver's title at the end of the year. Okay. So, yeah, Chapman's happy. Basically, and, Sharp and Lipinen behind him. So, we're sort of a little bit under the radar after that practice session. Hopefully we can increase our profile here in qualifying. And let's take a look at the weight stripping. I think this is about where we were last time, 330. We were at 240 in Milan. I mean, last time we got to Vancouver. We have the brakes and the gearbox and the engine all maxed out. Rear wing also. We are currently working on, or front wing, excuse me, we're working on rear wing development at the moment. So that's not quite finished. But not bad having 4 parts totally maxed out, with the rear wing and the suspension remaining. And a bit of unfortunate timing here for Vancouver, of course, because those are the crucial parts here. So, but you can't improve everything, and the other parts do matter as well. So, let's see if we can carry that over. I hope you guys lose. In fact, I've got money on it. That's my kind of fan right there, Timmy Gold. And Holtz is right, the real work starts tomorrow. Wired up on maple syrup and ready for some racing action. Oh dear. Old timer told me about this time in 1968 when a driver flipped his car into the lake. Soggy, so we've got interesting history there. Alright. Looks like we've got more good weather to start out in Vancouver. I'm sure the rain will come at some point. We'll be ready for it if it does. So 54 laps. Now the question is, do we want to go for Super Softs or Ultras? That's kind of a big choice here at the beginning. I want to check the Ultra Softs are good for the beginning, but I'm just not super. If we take a look at, they wear out so fast. We've got to do 54 laps. And I think in order to make sure that we can handle the distance with only a couple stops, I really want to stay on the Supers, not the Ultras. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select the race trim and Super Softs. You can do that for both drivers. Okay, now Saarinen dialed right in at 99%. No reason to change anything. Taking a lap of fuel off. That does seem to be about the right amount there. Okay, and we did get back up to 98%. We've been excellent a couple times on the speed balance there and there. That was a little bit too low. So we want just a little bit more speed. So that should be at least as good. Yeah, that should be at least as good as we are right now. We should be in that 97-98% range. Be nice to get that extra percent. It might matter, but there's only so much you can do. There we are. And of course, we're definitely going to go all out at the beginning. Would be foolhardy to expect the kind of start that we had last time. Okay, here we go. We're going to have some rain. So, looks like we're going to want to get through about 20 laps on our starting tires. And on the Super Softs, definitely Ultras are not the right choice, knowing that. Super Softs, we're not going to get that many out of them. I'm hoping we can get close, then maybe switch to inners a little bit earlier, but also I'm definitely going to not want to push the tires early in this race. I will have to for the first lap or two, but after that I'm going to back off as much as I can. Try to make them last that far. Okay. Wexler in second beside Holtz. Saarinen in third alongside Lippinen. And Chapman going with the Ultra Softs. He wants to get up in front right away. I think he's going to pay for that. Sharp and Vidal farther back. Gonzalez and Schmidt in the middle of the pack on Ultras. Okay. Surikov, Moreno, and everybody here over a second off the pace. Vasquez and North. DeGraff and Ribeiro. Woodford and Lundqvist, small soft tires now. And Blanc and Flores. So it's a fairly bunched pack. You see Flores there at 1.6 seconds. And that's only about half a second back of the midfield racers. It really starts bunching up from Sharp in 7th on up. So top 6-7 drivers, top 3 rows, much ahead of the rest. And Wexler looking the best in form among anybody. near the top of the grid. So let's see if he starts off well. Decent start for us. Nobody got a fast jump, and we're going to see if we can catch Nina Holtz or not. Probably not, because she's on the Ultras. So I think I'm going to try to, we'll stay there. Try to back off the tires right away here. Saarinen's in more traffic. But yeah, Holt's just sprinting away, but her tires will degrade sooner. So the question is, how long will that take? Here's Chapman up to third. And again, you know, with he's on Ultras also, it'd be a little bit foolhardy for me to try to compete with him. I'm not even really going to do that. So yeah, I'm going to back down to push and then go neutral at the end of this lap. Look at that, 8.1. So I'm driving great. I just don't want to push anything. And there is DeGraff with the crash. Hopefully, I do not join the crash party. Okay, definitely got to back off now for Saarinen. In fourth. And a couple second lead on Oliveira there for him. So we're bracketing Chapman here. DeGraff, not a competitor, but already out of the race. 8.3. Wexler is just tearing it up. Holding off Chapman even with the tires. So being 9.0. Yep, I think this is excuse me, this is definitely the time to do it. Just gonna switch to inters. Parts are fine. And yeah, Wexler at 98%, so we didn't quite hit 99, but he's driving so well. Saarinen, you can come in behind him as well. And be interesting to see where we come out in the field here. But yeah, both drivers just throwing down an amazing performance here. You can see, where's Chapman? Chapman's at 5.9, Holt's at 6.9. I've literally got the best two drivers in the field in terms of their form compared to their standard abilities. So that's just a fantastic showing right now. And Wexler down to second. Ultimately, Oliveira ahead. Temporary situation. Lippinen behind, but yeah, as it gets wetter out here, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to go in. We're going to want to be on inters for pretty much the rest of the race here, I think. From what I can see, anyway. So, there's no need to be in any hurry. And we could go around again, but I don't see any reason. Let's come in. This is the time for it. And we're gonna need to do 2 more stops. This one and one more. So we're gonna be looking to get about 12 laps out of these tires. May run them a little harder for that reason. Both of our cars, top 2, going to come in. And I don't think the suspension's going to survive another run, so we're going to have to take some time and fix that. At least it's not Wexler's suspension that's going kerfluffy. We need no screw-ups here. Beautiful. And we are not losing the lead. Lippinen close behind, but we stay in first. We're going to push the tires on both of them. And I want to get a handle on how much the wear is going to be per lap. Make sure that's the right choice. So Wexler's going to start this next lap at 95 on his tires. Well, it just turned to 94. Yeah, I don't think we can quite afford to push them the whole time, but we're going to probably do a mix of pushing and being neutral on the tires. And there's Saarinen now past pit row and on to lap 43 in 4th place. He'll come in. Rear wing is dodgy, but I think he can make it. I'm going to avoid any more part repairs for him as well. Definitely won't be able to push him nearly as much though. Now Lippinen, a possible threat there, less than 20 seconds back. Be interesting to see where we come out here. No mistakes. Last pit stop. That's huge. And we're still coming out ahead of Lippinen, but we're definitely going to want to push first. Yes, I know you do. But I don't want to... Why struggle with something when you don't have to? So, we can pull away from Lippinen here, and the question is... Saarinen gradually going back in the pack now, down back to 8th, but yeah, Lippinen might be able to go the distance on those tires, might not. I'm definitely going to have fresher tires the rest of the way, should be able to pull away. Chapman up to 3rd. So, currently a 5-point gap. If these positions hold, final 10 laps of the race, it's looking good. Wexler's form fading, but still outstanding. Saarinen really looking very good as well. Three laps to go. Alright. You can push now. Wexler about to lap north here, just before she heads into the pits. Blanc would be next, but I don't know that we're quite going to get there with 2 laps to go. And Lippinen does come in, which gives Chapman second place, which I could have done without. So that means we're only going to gain 2 points again. It's going to drop down to a 7-point gap. Be nice if Chapman would just have one miserably lousy race, where everything goes against him. He hasn't been doing great, but if he could have just a terrible, lousy, stinking race, I would love that. Gain a few more points. Not happening yet. It doesn't look like Saarinen's going to be able to, well, go all out, buddy. But it doesn't look like Saarinen's going to be able to get above 7th. And here we go. For the second race in a row, Dieter Wexler about to take the checkered flag. Champagne time indeed. And of course, we can't control what Harry Chapman does. All we can control is our part of it. Saarinen reasonably happy with a 7th place finish. Would have been at least 6th without the repair, but you know, 7th is there. So obviously a good race here for Scuderia Rossini, and more importantly, I've finally gotten past the block here at Vancouver. Wolfgang Schmidt with a drive-through penalty for causing a collision, I believe. That's about it. So we get a 7-second win over Chapman. Holtzen third, then the Windsor Racing drivers, Oliver and Lippinen, Saarinen down in 7th. 12 cars on the lead lap with Dieter Wexler. Steinman forced to settle for 2nd and 3rd place. And there we are, 7-point gap now. We're crushing the rest of the field. Nilo Saarinen remains in 5th. With 2 races to go. We did lose a bit of ground in the standings. But, team standings, rather. Iker Vidal felt like we could have won it today. No. Yes, he's being carried by Scuderia Rossini. Fine. I don't care. As long as he wins. Griffin Clark drops relationship there. That's interesting. No change to our marketability or happiness over here. Yeah, 8.8 and 7.0. So both drivers really getting it done, especially Wexler, of course. Vancouver in the books, and we finally have a positive outlook going forward. We are going to proceed for the first time to Phoenix, where the engine is crucial. Another track is going to favor Chapman and Steinman. The suspension is crucial, and we're not going to get to that before then, but we should have a new rear wing. Another vital part, so that should help us there, one would hope. But that will come next time. When we proceed towards Phoenix, only 2 races to go. We'll see if Wexler can overcome Chapman. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll be back soon.